What's up guys, and welcome to this FIFA 13 Ultimate Team video. Now today I'm going to be bringing you guys a player review. This guy is a fantastic player and I really do rate him. So as you see on the screen now, we're going to be putting a player in the centre mid position. It is going to be in form Steven Gerrard. This guy is fantastic, an incredible player in real life, and that really does show on his FIFA 13 Ultimate Team in form card. Now his stats on his card: he's got 72 pace, 87 shooting, 89 passing, 79 dribbling, 74 defending, and also 76 heading. So a really good solid player. A lot of people probably will play him at the centre mid position, but you know, really I think he does sort of deserve the centre mid position because of his lethal shooting and his passing as well, to, you know, sort of play through the strikers in, and he can really get forward quite a bit. You will see at the clips at the end that he does get forward a lot and he can defend quite a bit as well. But on the market now, he is going for around 150k. I can only ever see that going down because this is only a couple of days into the team of the week, so I think really and realistically he will probably be around the 100k mark, maybe even a bit lower, which is good because it is, you know, pretty affordable. But moving on to his in-game stats there, you know, a lot of really high 80s and low 90s. He also has 99 shot power, which is absolutely incredible. I think he's only one of the few players in the game which actually have that sort of trait, which is pretty cool as well. You know, and just his sort of physical stats and mental attributes, they're really quite good as well. He only has 88 vision, sorry, 85 vision, but I really do think he deserves quite a bit more than that, because in real life he, you know, pings passes, you know, into positions where you wouldn't even think of, you know, placing a pass, which, you know, is one of the traits he has in real life, which really does set him, you know, sometimes quite highly above the rest. But personally for me, I think he deserves 90 vision, but that is for, you know, you guys to decide as well. But as you see here, this was just the first goal that I scored with him, a really nice finish after a nice little run, and here was just like an example of his turn of pace. I had to show it because, you know, a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, he's quite slow, that's a really bad flaw in him, but overall, you know, I think his turn of pace is pretty good. But overall, when his stamina and his fitness gets a bit low, that is when he can start to feel a little bit sluggish. But that was a really nice goal there. Really surprised that it kind of went in, because it was a strike from quite a long way out. And, you know, just his shooting and everything is pretty insane. Now, that was just an example of his strength and how he can defend as well, and how well he gets back. Even though he is in that centre mid position, he does, you know, sort of push himself forward quite a bit as well on attacks and stuff like that. He's not going to be a player which is in your centre mid role but feels like a centre defensive mid. He's not that kind of player. But there, just a really nice sort of dribble in between the two defenders, and then splits defence in two and slots home into the top left hand corner. You know, just what he does in real life. Really good shot there. And I think this was another example of how good he is at passing. Just a wonderful ball there over the top of the defence, and then Podolski does actually finish that, which was a pretty nice, you know, piece of play. And this was probably the best goal that I've scored so far of him. Really lovely finish, absolutely incredible. You know, just showing how good he is at shooting. I did score a few others like that, which you will have seen already, and there probably will be a couple more at the end. So, you know, stay tuned for that. But what I'm going to be talking about now is a few of his flaws. I know I said, oh, you know, his pace and stuff like that is a bit bad, but it genuinely is. I think sometimes for a centre mid player, you kind of need a player which is a little bit faster. Like, before having him there, I used to use Juan Mata, and he was like a really kind of fast player, quite, you know, niggly and stuff like that, quite kind of like getting between the defences with his dribbling. But with Steven Gerrard, you've kind of got more like a solid player and quite a technical player, where he can sort of pass the ball quite a bit, have a load of shots, and really just, you know, sort of threaten the defences in a different way, rather than, you know, how Mata does it. But I think it kind of just suit, you know, you've kind of got to be suited to sort of play him in more of like a, I don't know, not you can't expect to do a load of skills with him, because he's not going to be able to do that. I know you can only do like the roulette and the steppers with him, but you're not really going to ever beat any players with him with, you know, using them skills with Steven Gerrard, because he doesn't really have the pace for it. So if I was you, I would stick to just, you know, doing what he does best, passing the ball, shooting, you know, pass and move 1-2s, and you'll get the most out of him. You've got to play to his strengths and not to his flaws. So I think that's one thing that you've got to keep an eye in, you know, when you're using this player. Otherwise, you will think he is pretty bad. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you have enjoyed it and want to see more player reviews, let me know in the comment section below whether you want to see like another player review on any player from this team of the week. It'd be good to hear your opinions on that. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and peace.